So before I get into today's video, I need to address something. For some reason, YouTube has decided to just do a little push on the first freelancing video. And so I just want to thank everybody who's new and joining the channel and has found some sort of usefulness from that video. If you didn't know that there is a second part into the video, which is what I kind of a little just update. I'll leave a link somewhere for you to go and watch that if you have not yet watched that. It basically just covers more of the social aspect of it. But today is the day, probably the best day, because we are talking about taxes. Not only taxes, don't worry, because that is a frequent question that I got. Honestly, the feedback from that video has been incredible, and that's what has stoked me to making a third part. There is probably about 450,000 parts, and it wasn't even a video that I thought was going to do well in any stretch of the means. So let's go, baby. So with no further ado, my name is Charlie Rowlands, I'm not going to say freelance guru. That's a freaking lie right there. Charlie Rowlands. And I'm standing up because it's f***ing art. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Charlie Rowlands. And today we're going to be covering part 3 of freelancing tips and tricks. And a lot of these are going to be coming from the comment section and from comments and stuff that I've heard in over messages and all that. So let's just roll the intro. Oh, we don't have an intro here, do we? And if this setup looks a little bit different, it's because it's my Twitch stream setup. So if you are a gamer or just want to come and ask me questions about movies, editing, any other boring crap, drop by. It's great fun. I've just got started. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm finally doing it. So come and hit a follow for some cool little effects. So let's jump straight into the video. So the first question that came through was from a week ago, and it was from a bloke called, or a woman. It was from somebody called It's Ace. He said, the things that people never seem to talk about is copyright rules and taxes. That is what's stopping me from getting into freelancing. So here we go. The two big, most boring things that we could ever talk about, but they are unfortunately the most important parts, because if you don't do these, you're fucked. So, taxes. I hate taxes. That's my rule number 1. Part 1A of taxes is hating taxes. So after my first year of freelance and absolutely panicking that the tax man was going to come and take my family away from me, some of them they can take, not all of them though, because I need some of them. But anyway, the tax man is a frightening idea, but in reality, it's not scary anymore. So when I started freelance, I got some tips from some people that I know, family, friends who are freelancers and blah, 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 blah. And what they often did was they hired an accountant, which from my first year of freelance wasn't going to happen. They hired an accountant, they gave all their receipts to the accountant, and they kind of sorted and filed the taxes. So because I didn't have that money, I had to do the research and find out how the heck do I do my taxes in the least amount of time with the least effort required, because I didn't know what I was doing. And I found probably the perfect thing ever. And so if you have been a singleton and dated and used the app Tinder, this is probably the best app that you could ever find. So this isn't sponsored. I just have a dear love for this thing, and it's called QuickBooks Self-Employed. It's basically Tinder. You swipe left and right on it, and left for business, right for personal, and you just bam, 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 bam. In the UK, you file it to HMRC, and it's actually really easy. It does everything for you. You can even select like criteria. So if you go into a certain shop or you go to Primark or any of the shopping centers, you can automatically set those to personal or to business or whatever. It's honestly a beauty, and it's not even terrifying once you get into it. It's so easy to use. It's never let that fool you back. It's very important. You can get screwed over if you don't do your taxes, but using an app like this, an idiot like me can even do it. So that's saying something. Christ, fan break. Well, my fan broke, so it is currently sitting in a bin. I'm gonna have to leave this on. If If you can hear a fan in the background, you're gonna have to deal with it because it's 29 degrees and I'm dying. Okay, massive question number 2 is, how do I get into video editing? How do I get into video editing is such a common question, but it's probably the easiest thing to really get into. All you need to do is have a bit of a portfolio. Do things like edit fan videos or edit gameplay, depending what you want to get into. If you want to get into corporate, find stock footage online from sites like Pexels and Pixabay, create those into compilations and little movies and stuff like that, and just edit things. That's all you need. You don't really need a CV. I got to the point where I was freelancing that I just stopped using my CV. I do nowadays because I'm doing more film-based stuff, but back in the day, it was just a showreel, and even now, it's mainly just a showreel. That's all you need is a showreel. And so, where do you find freelance work? I've covered that largely, but stuff like Twitter and YouTube is a playground for video editors. You have a lot of YouTubers who are looking for editors constantly. I constantly see them on my Twitter feed, so maybe go follow me there and I'll retweet them when I see them or whatever. This is a bit of an in detail one. So people are asking, do I need to go to uni to get editing jobs? No. From somebody who went to uni and is probably the very rare person that I feel was a complete useful bit of time, it didn't train me to do these crazy effects or to do certain things. I learned the logistics, which I think are insanely important. I learned the theory behind editing, why you edit, how you edit, who you edit for. Experienced. I learned a lot of things to do with filmmaking, which then had an effect on my video editing. So my video editing before uni and after uni, over the period of time, was massively changed. But it depends what you want to go for. If you want to stick to corporate YouTuber and all that kind of stuff and make that your job, that's totally doable. You don't need to go to university. You can do it from your home, because I learned the mass majority of everything that I know now, and I still learn. I still look at tutorials. I'm still editing a project or something, and I'll look up a tutorial how to do something new. Is YouTube. I haven't really been a person who learned a lot from Skillshare or websites like that. I've always tried, but I think there's a lot of basic video editing stuff on there, but YouTube's the best place to be. And it's a lot of the time, it's just editing and YouTube. It's free, it's easy, but I'm not going to say rely just on those two things, because what university does teach you is it teaches you the logistics and the theory behind it. But if that's something that you're not too fussed about, then go for it. YouTube's here, and just start working. You don't have to have an age requirement. You don't have to do anything. You can just start building a portfolio. If you're 15 and you're building a portfolio of just edits and edits and edits, then that's not a bad thing. That shouldn't stop you in any way, shape or form. I started my first gaming edits when I was 15 and got my first technical job. I wasn't paid. It was a big company as well. I think they gave me like a gift card or something like that. But it was experience. It's basically work experience. And I did that when I was 16. And so there's no age requirement. So don't worry about that. And if you're 85-year-old man, keep going, buddy. Once again, another question. I honestly keep looking at so many questions, and they all are, where do I start video editing? How do I learn to video edit? YouTube. Basics to learning video editing. Start editing stuff. Use stuff like stock footage and gaming videos and anything that you're interested. I have people always say that they edit, fan videos. That's not bad. To be honest, some of these, I think there's some, I can't find it. I'll have to have a look for it and react to the channel or something like that. But there's a YouTuber out there who makes fan videos, like, the ones where it's like about an actor or some shit like that. The edits are insane, like absolutely insane. They do a whole breakdown of how they do it, and it's like, it's a fan video, but it's honestly mental. Brilliant. And the last question that I'm going to actually cover is programs to edit. Edit on absolutely anything. Honestly, there's no quota for it. I personally prefer Adobe. I've used Avid, I've used iMovie, I've used Final Cut, and I've used Sony Vegas, and I've used Windows Movies Maker. And honestly, if you can get Adobe once you've got a couple of jobs, then boom, do that, because it's worth it. You've got clients that kind of want to prefer it, and go for it. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. On this hot, awful English day, I'm going to wish you a thank you to everybody new that has joined the channel and is become a part of this. You know, my name's Charlie Ronans. I aim in filmmaking. I'm a director and an actor, and that's exactly what I love to do. So thank you for coming here and just witnessing me just trying to fulfill my dream. Not of becoming a worldwide famous YouTuber, but everybody coming helps build an audience who I can show my movies to and all that. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you in the next one. I feel like the pacing of that just went downhill like heck. So let's make some great edits. Let's keep making movies. Let's keep getting work. I don't know. I'm trying to be like film right now. You know, what is it? Sleep, eat, edit, repeat. Movie. Fuck knows. All right. My name's Johnny Rodens. Bye.